live for a long time on YouTube, so I haven't been posting to YouTube very good. And I'm sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. My hands are, I have neuropathy in hands often in the morning from my neck, so I'm not feeling my fingers the greatest. Hi, baby. Are you coming to get my drink? Coming to see what I got? Yeah. Girl. They all just, well, not all of them, but a bunch of them were in the water over there. There's still a couple in there. Taking turns. Baby White waited for everybody else. That's sweet. Baby White's the only one of these that will be going to live somewhere else. All the rest stay. And the other little white one that I had in the house went to its new home yesterday. So, anyway, that one was hissing at Sasha. Please excuse the dog poop on the ground. Sorry about that. Just part of farm life. You know, Sasha has to go just like the rest of us. What do we have over here? Peeking. I wonder who that is. Emue! Emue! Who are you? Oh, it's Tuck. Tuck's peeking around the corner. Hi, Tuckers. I see you. I'm sitting on a swing, y'all, so that's why there's a little bit of extra motion. Sitting on my parents' swing. It's not in the greatest shape, but the metal's all still okay. So I need to work on it one of these days. Do some painting on it or something. Hi, Sasha. That's the friendliest one, I think. This standard right here. Call him Blue. He's either number 36 or 37. I can't remember. The white one's 35. Those are the egg numbers that the order they were laid in. And I remember that the baby white is 35, and then blue and red are 36 and 37. These are later. You were later, weren't you? Yeah. You're in the 50s, probably. Yeah. I've got 6 in the house now that the little white one's gone. Let me think. 1, 2, yeah, 6. And 4 of them I brought out yesterday, but they sure did wear themselves out. I was worried they were getting too hot, and they were playing really hard. So what happens is they all try to keep up with the bigger ones, and the bigger ones are, you know, a lot bigger, got more energy. And so they can actually overdo it. I worried it was pretty hot yesterday, so I worried they were gonna end up with like heat stress or something, so I ended up taking them back inside. But I may bring them out here in a little bit. 4 of them. 2 of them are way too little to bring out still, because they're all littler than these 2 blondes right here. So, hi, baby. How are you? And this one right here had lots of trouble. Oh, I don't know, a week or 2 back, a couple weeks back. Blue with yellow. It got hot or something. Something happened, and it was real sickly. I had to take it in the house. I think it actually just got too hot is what had happened. Overdid it when I had it out here at the very beginning, kind of like I was just talking about. I took it inside for a night, let it rest real good, get out of the heat, brought it out, and it's been fine ever since. I think like I said, I think it just overdid it. Yeah, you guys sometimes overdo it when you have all this room to play, don't you? Yeah, inside my fenced-in yard. One day you'll get to go in the pastures, but you have to be a lot bigger. Much, much bigger. So there should be 10 of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, there's 10. And then you'll see the adults in the distance. That is, let's see here. That's Nip right there, I believe. So that should be Tuck and probably Biscuit right there. And then Butters will be around. He doesn't stay with them, right with them always. They're kind of a trio, and then Butters joins in. So like Butters doesn't want to be separated from them, but he kind of stays back a lot of the time, just depending on the time of the year and what's going on. But if I try to separate the four of them, like I've tried to separate Biscuit and Butters out, that doesn't work. Um, Tuck gets very upset. He's decided that both of those girls are his girls. Right, Nippers? Say Tuck's got two girls, right? And Nip likes Biscuit, or likes Butters, and though they all like each other. But she's interested in Eggie sometimes too. But they chase Eggie off. So I don't know where Butters is. I'm looking. He might be back behind something where I can't see at the moment. He must be. But the little babies are fun. Right, baby? Sasha, Masha? Yeah, say the geese are being loud, aren't they? Uh-huh. Geese are loud, aren't they? Can you see you? You got something in your eye. There you go. That's better. Now it's prettier. It was already pretty, but now it's prettier. Mm-hmm. I need to brush her. I need to brush you. Yes, I do. It's nice out this morning in the shade. I moved this over a little bit so I could sit in the shade. Look at all that fur just coming right out. Sasha is an Alaskan Malamute, and they just shed and shed and shed. Look at all that just come right out. And they really do brush you, don't they? Not a lot, but some. Yeah, I need to brush you more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty girl. And she likes these little chicks. She doesn't try to hurt them. At the very beginning of this set, she did kind of try to chase them a little bit, but it was because she was wanting to play with them. It wasn't that she was being, you know, trying to get them or anything. Hi, baby. Are you going to play? Oh, we're doing the up-down. I call that the up-down. Are you going to do the up-down? Can you show us the up-down, please? Can you show us? Oh, Sasha doesn't want me to stop petting her. You're not going to let me show them the up-down, huh? I think they'll do it here in a minute because they're all getting cooled off. They were running really hard when I first let them out of their little area. Here we go. And they got wet and they're getting dried off now. They went and got in the water over there. Not all of them, but most of them did. Yesterday, I finally got Bill to castrate Ernestine's bull calf, so he's a steer now, and he got his black leg shot, so he should be good. Thinking about keeping him and growing him out for food. I just have to check into how expensive that is, and I don't know if it'll be worth it or not, but I'm thinking about it because it's only one, so I know there's probably price breaks when you have more than one steer, and it's probably easier to schedule, or more than one to have processed, but I'll have to check into all of that. I have time to decide, don't I, baby girl? Yes, I do. I have time to decide. It'd be nice to have a freezer full of beef, though. It would. Yeah. It sure would. Are you guys not going to play anymore? Oh, my goodness, Sasha. You just can't stand it? I have to pet you more? Yeah, now I'm getting fur all over me, though. Before where you were, I wasn't getting it on me. Now I'm getting it on me. Yeah. Guess it doesn't really matter. So today I have to do paperwork. There's no farm projects going to happen today unless I get done with my paperwork. I did sleep in because I'm hurting really bad from, you see that? From working on the area out here where I need to put these little chicks. It's hard to do by yourself, and it's not fitting right because I had 2 more panels originally than I have now to replace it with. So it's not fitting right. And it's really hard to get things level where I'm at because of a tree and some other stuff. So I had someone that doesn't live very far from here that I've never met, has reached out recently. They found me on Facebook, and they reached out and have offered to come help me, which is just amazing, y'all. They only live like, well, not very far, just a few minutes away. Uh, they said they could come during the week after, like after work with their son maybe, and help me, and that would be amazing. I'm just blown away that someone would offer. Um, and we'll see if we can make that work out. If nothing else, if they want to come meet the emus, they're welcome to come do that. Just for the fact that they offered to help was amazing. So I might see about getting a couple more panels so I can make it better, like before maybe. Because the way it's working right now is just not ideal. And there are a couple panels that I could use if I can reinforce the other end. So I'll have to see about that. I'm too tired right now to even get up and go walk over there and show y'all. And I'm very sore. And anytime I do stuff like that, I need neck surgery, which I can't have because I don't have help. I would have to find someone to come stay here with me, and I don't have anyone like that. So anything that happens in my life like that, I'm just going to have to go without, or I'll end up in a nursing home and the animals will probably have to be sold because I can't care for myself after stuff like major stuff like a neck surgery. I could probably get away with if I can get a ride to and from the hospital, which I don't even know who I'd ask to do that. But so I have no people in my life basically at all. Not anyone that gives a crap really that lives here. Maybe some people that don't live here, like states away, possibly. I don't know. But in any case, when I do stuff like that, because of my neck, I get neuropathy in my arms really bad when it flares up. And I have this arthritis in my hands too. See the joints? I'm 52, y'all. I'm just not fortunate that way. I don't know if you can see that. It's in the joints. See how there's bone growth in there? It's just not fun. So that flared up. See how they're really red? That flared up because of working yesterday. There you can kind of see the bone growth. So I take medicine to keep that from swelling. But oh, here's my stalker. He's coming up here to stalk me. I thought he had stopped, but apparently he's decided to come stalk me today. Oh, he's gonna sit there and watch me. Oh, that's nice on live video. That's my neighbor who's caused me to have my deed clouded. He's done 2 illegal transactions and referenced my deed on his property. He sold those people next door landlocked property. They didn't believe me. I think they might have figured it out finally though, because I don't think they are proceeding with the. It seems like they stopped on the house pad, but I don't really know. It could just be a pause because of weather or whatever. He literally just drove into the trees because he's a drunk. Yeah, and I am saying all this on live video. I don't care. Yeah, he was just drinking out of his cup, which is what he does. He has a cup he puts his beer in. Anyway, my deed's been clouded. His brother sold me this place. They conspired together. I'm landlocked. I'm landlocked now by 3 different property owners. I don't have a recorded easement. But they're using my deed and pointing at my deed that they had drawn up before I sold this, and the survey before I sold this, to say that there's a recorded easement. Well, I can't have a recorded easement that I don't own on my deed. I don't own that property over there outside that gate, except for just a little sliver along the barn and the front. And so, yeah, it's a whole thing. I'll probably get in trouble for saying all that, and I don't really care. I'm to the point where I don't care. I've lost all value in this property. Everything I put into it, I have lost, and I'll probably never recover. So, yeah, it's great. I can't put anything on this property because, like, I'm not going to put any more money into that barn right there. Not going to run water to it, not going to run electricity to it, because I don't ever get that money back. So anything that comes onto this property has to be temporary and has to be able to be moved. So I'm kind of at the point where I can't even really put any money into this house because I'll never get it back. So I do want to try to fix the foundation just so it's easier for me to live in it. And I will maintain it to the point that it's not being damaged, but I can't really put any more money into it. So, yeah, just things that make it easier for me to live. That's all I'm going to do, and for the animals. But animal shelters have to be temporary. Considering shipping containers, portable buildings kind of like this. I do need a couple run-in sheds. I need one for this pasture over here on the side, and I need one for in the back for when the weather's bad. And I need to come up with some feeding stations that are temporary somehow that can be moved around for the emus that would hold basically like, what do you call them? Oh, you call them gravity fed feeders, which I have a couple, but they're just not big enough. I need bigger ones. And I need them to be covered so that if it rains, the rain doesn't get them. And I need them to be where Ernestine can't actually reach the food. So however I'm going to have to come up with a design of some sort, because everything I've looked at is fine for weather. There's things that'll work for weather, but it doesn't work for Ernestine and her calf. And Ernestine's very aggressive. She wants food, and Claire will try to get it too. If she can get it, she'll get it. That's my donkey. And Ernestine's not going anywhere. I honestly did consider rehoming her just because my other two heifers died and she's going to be lonely. But no, I can't do it, y'all. As long as she's okay, she's staying here. She was my first farm animal as an adult that I actually owned. I owned her before I bought this place. I got her in my divorce because she kind of picked me as her person when I was with my ex-husband on his property. I never lived on his property, but I was there building a shipping container house a lot, and I gutted his house because it needed to be gutted. I was trying to build us a shipping container house so that we could live there while we worked on his house. And I got his house gutted and everything, and he's finished it now. It's all been redone. I've never been in it because of his daughter and his other ex-wife who won't leave his property. But yeah, I think it's all done for the most part. I'm sure it's fine and nice. It's more done than my house. So anyway, I invested all that time and money, and I actually lost money when I sold the shipping container house. So yeah, but I got the cow in the divorce. She's in my divorce papers from him. I did that so that he couldn't say that that wasn't part of the agreement, because I wasn't able to get her immediately. She had a calf, and I had to wait till the calf was old enough to be weaned and all that, because I had told him he could have the calf. I think maybe he sold the calf now. Her name was, oh no, she wasn't Willow. There was a calf named Willow that was born under a willow tree that was born right at the same time from one of his other cows. I can't remember what he called her, but I don't know that he has her anymore. And then Dolly would have still been here, but she passed away. I was keeping her forever. She was a good calf, good mama. She was a really good mama to her first calf. But Bill has that calf over there now. That was the one I was bottle feeding, and he's a cutie. But worst case scenario, what I'll do is that steer obviously isn't going to produce any babies. So if I decide not to keep him for myself to grow out for food, then I'm going to have to get her a friend. So I'll have to get her a little heifer, or, you know, an older one if one comes along that someone needs to rehome for some reason. I don't know why they would do that, but I guess like me, if I needed to rehome her. But eventually I'll probably have to buy her a little friend. I mean, she could be okay with maybe just Claire now, but at the beginning, when I first got Ernestine, she was unhappy because she wasn't with the herd and she kept breaking out of my property. That's how I met all my neighbors, actually. I met them. Well, I met them already, but I met the ones across the road. That they actually live there now. At the time, they didn't have a home there. Um, but I met Snowflake over there. That was a white cow they have, but Snowflake's not on their property right now. They need to bring Snowflake back. I'm going to send them a message. Bring Snowflake back. It's a really pretty white heifer. Anyway, I met them because of her, because she broke out of my property and broke into their place. She got through their fence somehow. We don't even know how. Never did find a problem with the fence. But I also met the Troxels back behind me. They're really nice. They've got like 300 acres back there. She kept going through the barbed wire between us. So I ended up covering all the barbed wire with field wire. And except for one little section I have to finish still. But she can't get out anymore. It would be really hard for her. So, but that's why she kept leaving Claire too. And I always feel bad. I'm like, don't leave Claire here all by herself. Because it was before I even had big emus out. The emus weren't even in the pastures yet. So, I don't know. Maybe she would be okay now. She's older now. She's 4 years older. Maybe she'd be more mellow. And she'd be okay with Claire. We'll just have to see. Yeah, and I'm just rambling, y'all. Just telling you about my farm. There are a lot more emus now. There are 11 emus in the pastures. I do have 3 pastures the way that's fenced off now instead of just one great big one. Because I needed sections for breeding season so I can separate out my emus and have unrelated chicks to be able to sell. But I actually need to section off more for the emus, and I don't have a good way to do that, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. There's really not a good option with the way the land lays, and because this land is not flat, there's hardly any flat spots on this whole property. There's terraces, and so it makes it hard for fencing, and the way I have it right now is pretty good. I mean, if I didn't need to fence off for emus, I wouldn't do it. Definitely would not do it. I probably wouldn't even have fenced this little area off over here if I didn't need to. It's like, for instance, when the propane people come to fill my propane tank for the house, I've got a gas stove. And is that it? That I have gas now? Oh, my heater for my house is gas. So it doesn't get used a whole lot. And it doesn't get filled but maybe twice a year. Wintertime it has to get filled usually for heat. Well, they'll come in the front gate and they go through here. They go around those trees right there. And then before that gate was there, they just go right through there, and the propane tank's on the other side of the house. So I can't really section that off over there where the propane tank can't get in. And that would be the pasture that would be best for sectioning it off. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But I will make it work one way or another. Maybe I can get away with not having to section that pasture off. We'll see. I could, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that that would work. I'm wondering if maybe I could section off that little section right over there on the other side of the driveway somehow, but it would be really weird. I don't know how I do that exactly. I mean, Bill has pens on the other side there. I guess technically I could come on this side of his fence and make some pens, but he would not like that. He would not like me making emu pens right there, because the emus bother his horses. So nope, that's not gonna work. Just thinking through that, y'all, that wouldn't work. I don't know, we'll figure something out. But at the moment I just need to get this pen over here where the geese are so that I can put the emus in one end, and then I have to figure out how the geese still have enough shade and you know that they're happy. I have a shade cloth I can put on top of the dog runs. And I take those retriever dog run panels, they're dog kennels, but I just run them together and then I T-post them, which didn't work for the tornado. It lifted the wired panels off of the T-posts somehow and, you know, threw the whole thing over into the neighbor's pasture really far away. But I've got some ground anchors now. So I'm going to use T-posts and ground anchors that you drive into the ground with, they have the spirals on them. And you drive them into the ground with your impact driver, and then you wire them to the panels. And they have those like for buildings too. Like this building's not even anchored down, but if I wanted to anchor it down, I could use those to do it. I don't think it's needed because I have the skirting around the bottom. I don't think any air's not going to get under it and lift it up. It would just have to be sideways wind that would move it. So I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's heavy enough. I mean, it's heavy. Right now there's tons of feed in there and incubators and all kinds of stuff. I'm actually worried that it's going to sink, and then I'm going to have to re-level it because I've got so much weight in it. Probably more weight than it should. So that's what I'm going to do out there. There's not going to be real roofs because that's just going to give it lift. So I'm going to use sunshades, and if I need something with a roof, there's just going to have to be little buildings added that can be either put inside that area or something. And there are 2 little tiny ones in there, but they're not totally enclosed. So wintertime comes around, I'll have to figure something else out. I do have a little shed it's built like this. I mean, it doesn't look like this by any means, and it's not nearly as big, but it's this type of a building that it's just a regular roof. It's not a lofted roof or anything like that, and it's tiny. I don't even know how big it is, but it's at the rent house that's sitting empty. My dad had it. He ordered it quite some time back. I don't know how old it is. It's probably, I'm going to say, I think those people moved in 2019, and I think that's when he put it there. It may have been before that. I don't know. Maybe we'll just say maybe it's 10 years old. 15 would be pushing it, but it's in pretty good shape. I was thinking about having it moved here because I don't think it would be too hard to move here. It's not very big, and then I could put it out there. It does have the great big swinging door, kind of like this. It's not a double door, it's just one. But I was thinking I could probably make it a sliding door or do a split door, or I could do a hole in the door. I don't know. It wouldn't work for the emus, but something so they can get in and out, and I don't have to worry about the door getting caught by the wind all the time, I guess. So maybe I can turn it into like a barn door where it latches. And then they'd have something to get in and out of the weather with if it was really bad weather. Are you getting my baby? Oh, she doesn't like that. Are you picking her face? Yeah. That's green. And over there's green with yellow. That's blue with yellow. Yep, I had to get creative with the zip ties. I want to get some pink and blue ones so I know which ones are male and female and put on there too. So I just do one color for the main band, and then I take the little, I take other colors and tighten it to the zip tie so that it's not, a whole bunch of zip ties around their legs. But then I can see the colors and I know who's who. I think that's probably what I'll just end up doing from now on. When they get really big, I don't know. I mean, I still could use zip ties, but I don't know. But I want to be able to know which one's which, and it's just going to get too hard. I'm not going to be able to tell them apart. Like those 2 little blondes right there, sitting down, I'm not ever going to be able to tell them apart. They look too much alike. Look at their coloring and everything. They're going to be too hard to tell. My adults, I have trouble sometimes with Biscuit and Butters. I have to get right up on them to be able to tell, because Butters has a little bit of an air sac, even though he's a male. And if Biscuit doesn't have hers blown up, I can't tell. And then their coloring is very, very similar, but their beaks are different, so I can tell from their heads. Their heads and necks tell me. But if I can't see them up close or their heads turned away, I can't tell. It's kind of funny. All the rest I can tell. I just have to, like Nip and Tuck, I can tell if I can see their necks and their heads. They all look a little bit different. Oh, I got one of them. Let me see if this will let me. Just let me turn it around. Look. You'll have to excuse me, I have bedhead. I bet that's baby white, but maybe not. It's not as tall. It's getting my hair. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I literally got out of bed. I haven't even done anything with myself yet, so sorry about that. But are you getting my hair? Did you go away? Must have gone away. I don't know who it was. Oh, it's you, my little baby blonde. Which one are you? You're red with yellow. I don't know if y'all can see those or not, but Yeah, there I am with my bed head. I went to bed with wet hair, y'all. Sorry. All right. That one really likes Sasha. And Baby White, the big white, she really likes Sasha. But today is band day. I have to redo their bands. Get too tight. And those two little blondes that still have the circular bands on with the numbers, I have to take those off and pick colors for them. I have to do this so that I can have enough colors. I might have to order a different set of colors too. Oh, look at Bella sitting there, just resting. Just resting. Says, I'm tired. Can I rest for a little bit? I'm sorry, I'm shaking, y'all. My hands are really awful this morning. And I'm sitting on the swing, so you're getting the swing movement. In any case, I haven't even looked to see if anyone said anything. I don't see any chat messages. At least they're not popping up. I don't know how to do that. I think that they come on automatically if I think they pop up if y'all say something, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, my legs are getting kinked up a little. I know, Sasha. It's really pretty out this morning. Normally the swing's not sitting right here. Usually it's over a little further, but I brought it over into the shade, and with the sun moving, my shade is shrinking. It was all covered with the shade, but not anymore. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna let you go. I've got lots to do today. I just thought I'd share the little baby emus with you and just, I guess I just, you don't roll in the poo. Just ramble, I guess. Just rambling about farm life, farm plans. Are you gonna play? As soon as I turn this off, y'all are gonna start playing, aren't you? Probably. Probably. They're over here, some of them taking a bath. Hi, baby. Are you red or blue? Taking a bath? Yeah. I'll get you some fresh water here in a little bit. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. Let's see. Are they gonna play? No, not gonna play. Hi, Baby White. Baby White's got a new home. They're coming to get her on the 5th of July. They are going to drive 4 hours to get her, so they had to plan in advance. Hoping this one comes through because she had two or three other people that said they wanted her, and I held her for a little bit, and then they backed out. So, and then I got overwhelmed with all the stuff going on in my life that's not great, that's not farm related. Well, some of it is farm related. The lawsuit's farm related. But I got overwhelmed, and I just didn't try very hard to find her a home. And gonna actually miss her. She's really sweet, y'all. She's just adorable, and she's very, very sweet, and she loves Sasha. So where she's going, there's not another emu. I'm a little worried about that. I don't have another emu to sell, so I can't sell one with her. I know y'all are wondering, well, what are you doing with all these? Y'all, it's I'll tell you in time. So they're just not going anywhere. They're staying here for quite a while. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be fine. I did tell them that she will be lonely, that she has bonded with these emus, with her little friends here. Look at them, how cute they are, getting in that water. I need to get them a baby pool. But my truck is really scary to drive, y'all. Try not to drive it unless I have to. I'm trying to save up some money to get some work done on it, but I don't even know if it's worth getting work done on. It's so old. But I'm going to do it because I can't afford a different truck. I don't think that a truck payment or a vehicle payment is going to work with my income and how much money I'm putting out on emu feed. So I don't want to get into bind, and vehicles are very expensive right now, and interest is really high, and I I just don't think that that's a good option. So I'm gonna try to fix that one, make it last for a while, but it needs the whole front end redone, like all the tie rods, the whole suspension. The front end is in really bad shape, and it needs probably brakes and bearings and I don't know what all, but it needs a bunch. And that's probably more money than that truck is worth, like if I tried to sell it. But I guess I just need to look at it like it's worth that more than that to me. That truck, I don't have to worry if I literally use it to trim trees. I stand on the uh, toolbox with my pole saw that has an extension, like the battery powered kind, and trim trees with it. I don't have to worry about the trees falling on it. It's already dented up. The paint's already ruined and falling off. And so, like, if I got a different truck, I'd still have to keep this one, and I'd still eventually have to fix it. So it's like a whole thing. Because I don't want to use a new truck to do that sort of stuff. But I am going to have to do something eventually because I don't have anything to haul with, and I need to be able to haul animals. Like I would have been able to go get my cows and may not have lost Dolly and Rosie if I had had a way to haul a trailer and things like that. So eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to have to fix a couple things on the Camaro, and I'm going to have to sell it and then use that money, which isn't a lot. It's only worth like $10,000. Even though it's only got 75,000 original miles on it, and like the interior's still like brand new, and I mean, there's not a whole lot wrong with it. The front end shakes, I gotta get that fixed, but it's still only worth about $10,000 because it's old. It's a 2013, so I don't put lots of miles on my vehicles. It's a 2013, I think it has 75,000 miles on it. That's a 1995. When my dad got it, I think in 2000, I'm gonna guess on years here, y'all, maybe 2014, 15? That may not even be right. It had 50,000 original miles on it. He couldn't drive it very good because he got paralyzed, so it was hard for him to drive that truck. It was hard for him to get in and out of, and then have like his walker and stuff. He did use it some, but he ended up getting like a little minivan, and he used to hover around, and he had it where he could drive the hover around in the minivan with a little ramp that was part of the minivan, and then it'd lock in so it wouldn't move, and it was all safe. So this didn't get used a lot. Well, I bought it in 2019, maybe. I think it was after my mom passed away. And this is all I've driven it, y'all. Between him and I'm at 99,000 original miles. I'm on like 99,200. And it's a 1995 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 or 5.9 liter V8. So it always starts. That's what I tell people. It always starts. I don't normally park it this direction. I usually park it like the Camaro. And in the coldest of winter, when we had no electricity, and I had it parked facing the other way, with its facing the north wind, my neighbor was like, that truck's not going to start. You got it facing the north wind. It started right up, y'all. Never had a problem. That was when we went in Texas without electricity for like a week or something. And the weather was freezing cold. We've had a couple of really cold winters, but it always starts. So I did have to replace the battery one time, but that wasn't even in the winter. So, and that's just part of having a vehicle. So I don't want to get rid of it if I don't have to. It has a good use on the farm. Oh, are they gonna start playing? No. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. Baby White, did you get your bath? Yeah, you did. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Be blessed, and I will talk with y'all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Now I have to remember how to make this stop. I don't do lives very often, y'all. Have a great day.